We have a very special devotee, His Grace Satyarupa Gauranga Prabhu. So, little bit introduction. Prabhu is a temple commander and also Sankirtan leader. He takes care of book distribution and various other services. Um, he does a lot of management services, also helps me with temple management, such a humble Vaishnava. So, let's welcome Prabhuji by loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra one time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Satarupa Gauranga Prabhu.
Hare Krishna devotees. Hare Krishna Satsara Prabhu. I'm very grateful to Satsara Prabhu, His Grace Satsara Prabhu and Jai Shudra Mataji. Though I'm not qualified to give this talk, in order to purify myself, I'm taking this as a service. So we are going to discuss today Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, 46th sloka. 2.46. If you have smartphone, you can pull up vedabase.io. Under that, you go Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, and you go 46th verse. Before we are starting this, we will, in order to invoke the auspiciousness, we will sing Jai Radha Madhava. Please repeat after me. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, Bhagavad Gita 2.46. Yavan artha udapane sarvata samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha yavan artha utapane sarvata samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha. One more time. Yavan artha udapane sarvata samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha. And volunteer, one Prabhu, one Mataji, one kid. Yavan artha udapane sarvata samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha. Yavan artha udapane sarvata samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha. Yavan artha udapane sarvata samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha. Translation. All purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, all the purposes of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. It's a wonderful sloka. So it is very deep insight Prabhupada given in the purport. We will try to unpack. His holy, His divine grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So before we are understanding this verse, I want to pay my respects and obeisances to my spiritual teachers. We'll pray to the our acharyas and Radharani and Lord Shri Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadhanvitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्ता राधा नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So how a small well, if it is serving all purposes, why can't a great reservoir of the water cannot fulfill? In similar way, all the purpose of Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. If you know the purpose, then whatever the purposes of Vedas can be served, can be known. So here, the last line, it is telling that Brahmanasya Vijanataha. So, Brahmanasya Vijanataha, one who knows the constitution of the soul. Brahman is a different context, a different connotation. It gives a different meaning. Brahma is a soul. It can be a super soul or anything. But in this context, Lord Krishna is explaining to Arjuna about the constitution of the soul, how it is and the properties of the soul and characteristic of the soul and all. So here he is saying that one who knows the constitutional position of the soul, he is called Brahmana. And one more meaning is Brahma Janati iti Brahmana, who is the supreme personality of the Godhead. One who knows that is also called Brahmana. But in this context, he is saying that one who knows the constitution of the soul. Because soul is Brahman, soul is not matter, right? So one who knows the constitution of the soul, he is called Brahman. So human society is not an animal society. The difference between animal society and human society is that human being, whoever he may be, he can, if he taught and if he given a proper training, if he is educated, he can understand his real position. That he is not the body, but he is the pure consciousness. He is the spirit soul. But if in the animal society, however the big animal it may be, it can be an elephant, cow, or whale, whatever it may be. That is a lion. That is also have the soul, and we cannot taught about the constitution of the soul to that. A lower animal, he has also got the same consciousness what we have, but he has got also the soul, but unfortunately he has no intelligence or got the facility of the body, of the facility of whatever the developed intelligence human being has. It does not have that, by which he cannot understand whatever we can understand. So that is the difference between animal and human being. So in the human society, if they do not care to understand this factual position of the soul or the consciousness, then he is no better than animal. The Hitopadesa 25th sloka is saying that Ahara Bhaya Nidra Maitunam cha Samanam Etat Pashubi Naranam Dharme hi tesham adhiko vishesho dharmo hi hina pasubi samana. So what is this sloka? Is very simple sloka. Everybody can understand this. It is self-explanatory. Ahara, bhaya, nidra, maitunamcha. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. These are all the common activities in the both animal and the human. But the special property of the Samanya Metat Pasubi Naranam, it is same in the animal. Samanam means equal, right? It is equal in both animal and human being. But Dharmo Hitesham Adhiko Vishesha. But the special property of human being is that they are able to engage in the spiritual life, dharma. Dharma is a very, what is the characteristic of the soul and what is the importance of the soul to understand this knowledge, right? This is the, uh, this is one extra qualification human being got. That is called dharmo hitesham adhiko vishesha. Vishesha means extra capability, right? Therefore, dharmena hina pashubi samana. Therefore, without spiritual life, humans are on the level of animals. So, the human body is distinct from the animal body in the respect that human society, there is a religion. Religion means a culture of a spirit soul. It may be different way understand in different countries, but the whole idea to understand the spirit soul. So, dharmo hi hina pasubi samana. If the human society is not very eager to understand the real position of the soul or consciousness, then he is no better than animals. That is the version of the Vedic literature. So our developed consciousness, our developed life should be used, should be utilized in the human form of life to understand what I am. The whole trouble in the human society now, they are ignoring or forgetting to the constitutional position of the self, the too much body concentrated. When you are forgetting the soul and self-realization that, then you are too much attached to the body, then whatever the activities you do, that will bind us, so that it leads to our repeated birth and death. So congregationally, we chanted Sankirtan just now, right? We did Jai Radha Madhava and all. Because the consciousness is present in me. If I am chanting, you are also repeating because you also have that consciousness. And when you are chanting, I'm also, after that, I'm chanting again. So both we have the consciousness. Otherwise, there is no point in you chant or I repeat, I chant, you repeat. There is no thing, that activity is not possible. So this consciousness is eternal. Consciousness is the symptom of the soul. Soul is eternal. When the soul takes the shelter in the matter, then the matter develops. Not that the always we understand that we should understand one thing. This the human body is the combination of the matter and soul. So the matter, but the modern scientists, what they think that this, whatever the consciousness is, combination of a mere medical, chemical transaction, medical reaction, but it is not possible. If it is so, so the Western country is so developed, right? Europe or America, they are not able to produce any living entity, single living entity in the laboratory. So that is not possible. They can produce a great missionaries with their knowledge using the matter, but they cannot produce the machine driver, right? Similarly, the whole, what is the use if a machine is produced without a driver, a driverless? So the whole world is moving by the combination of matter and spirit. That's all. The whole material world, just like my body, if I'm moving here and there, because the spirit or a consciousness is present, in me. Similarly, it is very easy to understand that the whole cosmic manifestation is working due to the presence of the Supreme Soul. So, whom we call a God or Supreme Lord or Brahman, whatever, right? Paramatma, that does not matter, whatever we can call, but we must understand as without presence of the soul, the body cannot move. Similarly, the whole cosmic manifestation, the atmosphere is moving due to the presence of super soul. We know all these things. Why we need to repeat again and again? Some people may think it is boring, but when we hear these things, a cleansing happens each time. Whenever I think, oh, this thing I already know, that purification one time is stop. You are stopping yourself. So if I hear this thing 5 times it is cleansing happens. Our mind, our soul, this thing. So these are the so potent information, whatever the Bhagavad Gita is speaking. So we need to hear again and again in order to get the cleansing. Now in Bhagavad Gita, you will find that we individual soul are part and parcel of the super soul. In the 15th chapter, Krishna says that all the living entity is part and parcel of Krishna. So we have got an eternal relationship with the super soul. So qualitatively, we are same, God and the living entity, but the quantitatively, it is not the same. Prabhupada always gives an example. If we take a drop of ocean water, it will be salty. And when we taste the direct ocean water, it is salty. The qualitative level, both are same, soul and super soul. But quantitatively, we cannot compare a drop of water to a massive ocean. In the similarly, so the soul and super soul are qualitatively same but not quantitative. So this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expounded in Achintya Beda Bed. If the, what is that? It is the living entity constitutional position to be eternal servant of Krishna, because he is the marginal energy of Krishna and manifestation simultaneously one and different from the Lord. So Achintya Beda Bed means simultaneously one and different. So in order to keep our position intact, that is theoretically we understand that I am not this body, but I am consciousness, a pure soul. That is our theoretical. It's not theoretical, actually it's a practical. Anyone can understand that. A sane man can understand that I am not this body, I am the soul. Now, to keep myself fixed in this conviction, we require to work on it, because we are in the conditioned state. So unless and until we have work on it, we can't do that. If you take a small child as an example, if he is so mischievous and he is playful mood always, then what we need to do, we can forcefully tell them not to play and it is not good, but he will stop for some time. But whenever he get an opportunity, he will play again. And so what best we can do, we can give other good engagement to the kid. And similarly, the soul, if we tell that you are not, you are the soul, you are not the body, it remains for some time, and soul is so active, it cannot keep remain calm and stop doing the material activities. So what we can do is we can give a good engagement. So So that consciousness, to be in that consciousness, we need to give, in order to get the spiritual consciousness to the soul and mind, we need to give a good engagement. That then naturally consciousness will act through this body. So we have to act in such a way that at the present moment, I am within this body. Somehow I am entrapped or entangled in this material body. But the aim of the whole human life is to how to get away from this material body and situated in the spiritual life. So in order to achieve that end of the life, we have to begin the professional spiritual life. Then what is better engagement of the soul? If you see that Prabhupada given a sloka in the purport, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Mother Devahuti is telling, third canto, 33 chapter and 7th sloka, Aho batasvapachot gariyan, yajjihvagre vattite namatubhyam, te pustapaste juhavususun sasnur arya, brahma nachur nama granantiyete. It is a wonderful sloka. It is, oh my Lord, I'm just reading the translation of this sloka. Oh my Lord, a person who is chanting your holy name, although born in a low family like that of a Chandala, means a dog eater, is situated on the highest platform of self-realization. Such person must have performed all kinds of penances and sacrifices according to the Vedic rituals and studied the Vedic literature many, many times after taking his bath in all the holy places of the pilgrimage. Such a person is considered to be the best of Aryan family. So we will discuss this verse. So one should not be astonished by the statement, the Srimad Bhagavatam. It is very, very heavy statement, right? Even one who chants the holy name, right, by a dog eater, it's Chandala, right, who is doing most abominable thing. That person is also considered to be the best of Aryan family. Aryan means a most civilized family. So it is a very, very powerful statement in Srimad Bhagavatam. So we need to understand thoroughly so the importance of the holy name. One should not disbelieve or think that how by chanting the holy name of the Lord can one become a holy man to be compared to the most elevated Brahmana. To eradicate such doubts in the mind of unbelievable, this verse is explaining that. Chanting the holy name. So whoever chanting the holy name, it is not sudden. We think that it is so random. I walked into an Hare Krishna temple of Austin or a Cedar Park ISKCON. I started chanting. It is not so happen. So it is believed to be that the chanters have already all performed all kinds of Vedic rituals and sacrifices. Unless they are completed that, they wouldn't have reached this taking the holy name. So it is not very astounding for no one in the life can chant holy name of the Lord unless he has passed all lower stages, such as performing Vedic ritualistic sacrifices and studying the Vedas and practicing good behavior like that of Aryans. It is not happened so easily. While Nagapatnis in the subdue of Kaliya, while Nagapatnis, the Kaliya's wives, right? Nagapatnis, when they are praying the Lord, then they said that They also confirmed the same statement. Whoever taken your name, chanting of your holy name, it is not so random. It is not, unless and until they have done so many austerities in their previous life, so many Vedic sacrifices, and who are taken bath in all tirthas, what you call sacred rivers. Unless and until do that, no one can chant your holy name. Now we are able to chant. That is because of your mercy. It is so wonderful when they are praying like that. So that is confirming that whoever chanting the holy name are already past all these lower stages. So all these must have been have done. Prabhupada is mentioned in that purport. Just as a student in a law class, right? He is to be understand. So when he came to the law college and he is admitted, we can easily understand he is that already completed all elementary, whatever, middle school, high school. We need not tell that. If he comes to that level, he got admitted to that level, we can easily, safely understand that he finished all lower stages of the classes. So whoever simply chant the holy name with the tongue of the tip of the tongue, they are glorious. Prabhupada mentioned this statement couple of times. It is not that it is mentioned in Vedas many places, how Ajamila, even though he is chanting with offensively, right? He is calling his son, younger son, but he got given a great position. So one does not even have to chant the holy name and understand the whole procedure, namely what is the offense chanting, what is offenseless chanting, what is the pure stage of chanting. Even though he need not know all those things, if the holy name of the Lord chanted with the tip of the tongue, that is also sufficient. It is said here that Nama, a singular number, Nama Grinanti. Here it is not a plural used. What is that? The Brahmanachur Nama Grinanti Ete. Okay, here a single, you can take one Nama. The Lord have a different names, 1,000 names. Ananta is unlimited names. But if you chant either one name, you need not completely chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you take Rama or Krishna, Nama Grananti Yete, it is Bhagavatam is telling that. If you take a single name of the Lord, that is um, one qualified to become more than Brahmana is because he is chanting that name. We can safely understand that he performed all Vedic sacrifices, all austerities, and all whatever penances he is supposed to do. He reached that level. If one chants once only, it is to be understand that already passed all examination, not to speak who are chanting always 24 hours, whoever chanting 16 rounds, always talking about Krishna, or always remembering Krishna, we need not say what is their position. So the holy name has to be chanted. What kind of mood we can chant? The holy name has to be chanted to please the Supreme Lord and not on any sense gratification or any professional purposes. Okay, if I chant, everybody chanting, okay, I'm also chanting. I don't want to be like distinct from them. I want to be them in their, okay, I'm also chanting. It is not that. Or if I chant, my family problems will solve. That is okay. But the holy name is to be chanted to please the Supreme Lord. If this pure mentality is there, then even though a person is born in low family, such as a dog eaters, he is glorious that not only he will purify himself, but he is quite competent to deliver others as well. He is competent to speak on the importance of the transcendental name, just as we have Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, even though born in a Mohammedan family, like who eat all meat and all, right? Red meat and all. But his Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Advait Mahaprabhu, Advaita Prabhu, they are endorsed. Him is Namacharya. Acharya means one can easily follow them, so that we can follow in their footstep, we can get the perfection. So that is the power of the holy name. He is chanting the holy name. Because of that, he gone to a position where all, it's more than Brahmanas, right? He given in such a, we know what is the position of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is avatar of Krishna, he himself endorsing that. So whoever chants the holy name, that does not need to wait to the next birth to become purified. He is once purified, it is understood that he has already performed all sorts of rites. It is also so-called Brahmanas who are actually have to undergo different kinds of austerity before reaching that point of purification. There are many other Vedic performances which are not described here. All such Vedic rituals have been already performed by the chanters of the holy name. If you see that in the third line of this sloka, te pustapaste juhuvuhu sasnur arya. There are like 4 important words we are going to discuss now. Tapaste, Juhuhu, Sasnur, and Arya. So Juhu means the chanters of the holy name have already performed the fire sacrifices. Juhuhu. And already Sasnuhu means that they have already traveled to all holy places of pilgrimage and taken part in purificatory activities at those places. They are called Arya. Arya, who have already finished all these requirements. And therefore, they must be among the Aryans. When we can call Aryan, Krishna says in the second chapter, in the initial verses, Anarya Justamasvargyam Akirti Karamarjuna. There he will use Anarya. You are talking like Anarya, means uncivilized person you are talking, right? Oh, why he is telling like that? Because the Arya means who have know all this Vedic literature and who have all done this purificatory process and who have done all these fire sacrifices. Then we qualified as Aryan, right? Here, whoever Namagrinanti, whoever takes your name, Grananti, Nama is a single word they are taking. They are tapaste, tepu tapaste, and what is that? Juhuhu and Shushnur Arya. They have done all austerities. Juhuhu, all fire sacrifice. Shushnur, they have done all the holy rivers. Take a dip in the all holy rivers. Sasnur Arya, then they become Arya. Arya means who are civilized. By this time, they know everything. What is the purpose of the Vedas? What is mentioned in the Vedas? And what is the instruction or a direction we should take? So they are qualified that Brahmanuchur Nama Grunanti Ete, whoever takes your name. So unless one studies Vedas, we cannot call them as an Aryan, but it is automatically understand that chanters have already studied all the Vedic literatures. The specific word used here, Anuchuhu, Brahman Anuchuhu, which means that because they have already completed all these recommended acts, they have become qualified to the spiritual masters. They are not only can perfect themselves, they are ready to perfect others also. This is the power of holy name. I have seen many times, like if you go in Smarta Brahmins and all, oh, Westner become a spiritual leader. He's become a sannyasi. He's a initiating guru. How? They does not know this, the power of the holy name, the power of this purificatory process, the power of this is the endorsement given by Srimad Bhagavatam. It is not some leader has concocted idea. This is given by the Srimad Bhagavatam. So the very word, the grananti, which is used in this verse means that already established in the perfectional stage of ritualistic performances. Nama grananti ete. The where is that? Yeah. Tepus tapaste juhuvuhu shashnur arya brahmanachur nama grananti ete. They are already completed all these four above mentioned in the third line when they are nama grananti ete, when they take your name, when they take your holy name. But it is very, sometimes if something is available so easily, and so even though it is powerful, we take it for granted. Oh, this much only. Oh, Hare Krishna. This we need to repeat. One day I am chanting. My friend visited my home, and he's my best friend. He's a college mate, and he need to go somewhere, and he stayed in night. So I need to finish my rounds. So I am doing. Why are you doing all these again and again? Why can't you put in the loop? Whoever know programming language, he is asking to put in a loop. I told so long we put in this loop, that's why we are in this loop. Right? We are, they are taking this on a lighter note. It is so easy. What is there? Hare Krishna mantra, 16 times. What is that? 108 times, 16 rounds. They don't know the power. It is so obvious when we are in conditional state, we will not be able to think that power, right? But the Vedic literature is confirming the importance of that. So if one is seated on the, if we, again, one more good example is, if one is seated in the bench of High Court judge, right? We can safely assume that he is much, much better than or forward than whoever all are practicing the law or who is yet to practice the law, right? He is far better than who are currently practicing and who are yet to practice the law. In the similarly, whoever takes the nama, they are far, far better than who are performing sacrifices, Vedic rituals, now, currently they are now, and who are yet to perform. They are reading, they are reading the literature. After that, they have to do the performance of these Vedic sacrifices. He's better. These two, compared to the whoever chanting the holy name, is better than these two. So sometimes smarter Brahmins thinks that, okay, these people are Hare Krishna people who are chanting the holy name. It is good for them. It is like a purificatory process for them. In the next life, they will born as a Brahmana. They will do the Vedic literature. They study the Vedic literature and they do the fire sacrifices, then go back to Godhead. But this verse is telling like that? No, right? Whoever doing the chanting of the holy name is far, far advanced than whoever reading the Vedic literature and whoever doing the fire sacrifice. Why I'm keep repeating the same? It is this is not the knowledge to be aware of that. It should we need to digest. Then only we will take it as a serious. If you take it as a matter of fact, that will remain as a matter of fact only. It is our idea is not to take it as a matter of fact. Why we need to come every Sunday here and gather here? Unless and until we are not able to put into the practice, right? Myself, whatever I'm speaking about myself, I know you are all better than me, but I'm repeating for myself. So this is very, very important. And there are many Vedic statements in different places saying that anyone who chants the holy name of the Lord become immediately free from this conditional life, and that anyone who hears the holy name of the Lord, even though born in the family of dog eaters, also become liberated from the clutches of material entanglement. So liberation is not somewhere. So anything, what is the liberation? When we are not act on the bodily platform, that I don't want this body, so the soul wants to be remain as super soul and do in the spiritual platform. That is what liberation. But when we do chanting, when we do devotional service, we are already liberated because we are not acting on the bodily platform. I'm not doing this chanting or I'm not doing this devotional service for my mental or bodily pleasure. I'm doing it. I am doing to remain in the spiritual platform. So it is already liberated. So it is easy to take up the chanting the holy name. Sometimes it is not easy, right? We are carried away by all these material things. So we need some support for some mercy from Krishna, right? So we have Krishna says, Krishna swadhamopagate dharma gnanadibhi saha kalo drisha kala nashta drishamesham puranarko dunoditaha. When Krishna disappear from this earth, okay, and what two things also went along with Krishna? Dharma, gnana. What needs to be done and how needs to be done, all these things are already gone along with Krishna. But Kala Nashta Drishamesham, to give the direction in this age of Kali, Puranarko Dunoditaha, like a sun, dazzling sun, it appeared on the earth is Bhagavata Purana. So this will give the direction. So the Bhagavata Purana is a brilliant, a true translation of this sloka. This Bhagavata Purana is brilliant as the sun, and it has arisen just after departure of Lord Krishna to his own abode, accompanied by the religion and knowledge. Persons who have lost their vision due to this dense darkness of ignorance in this age of Kali shall get the light from this Bhagavata Purana. So Krishna says that, okay, in order to get the mercy, right, we need to please someone. Okay, if I want to give some favor, you also need to please me, right? So in order to get the mercy from Krishna, we also need to show some act from us. That is what Krishna says that. So how we can please Krishna? We need to think in that way. If you are think about that, and Krishna will start think of you. Why Krishna will not think? Otherwise, why Krishna will not think? Because he thinks that you are self-sustained, right? If son is able to manage on himself, on his own, if he is grown, right? He's 6th grade, 7th grade. Are we go and give the bath? No. We know that he is self-sustained. But if he asks that, today I'm very sick, I'm feeling very fatigued, I cannot stand, can you give me the bath? Then we will interfere, right? And similarly, when we are not doing or asking for mercy, Krishna also thinks that, okay, he can handle himself. So in order to get the mercy from Krishna, we need to please Krishna. So in 18.69 Bhagavad Gita, न च तस्मान् मनुष्येषु कश्चिन्मे प्रियकृत्तमः भविता न च मे तस्मात् अन्य प्रियतरो भुवि. So there is no servant in the world more dear to me than he, no, nor will there ever be one more dear. Whoever give this knowledge to the others, they are more dear to me. That is where we will go for book distribution, right? We can tell to people by standing in the road or when they come to the temple how much we can preach. If we can give one small book, that will help them a lot. So they can understand. And that books are not uh, written by us, right? It is written by a great devotee of Krishna, Prabhupada. It's as good as we are connecting them to the Prabhupada, right? When we are giving the book. So they can get benefited. In that process, Krishna will be pleased to our act. Last time, Vijaya Prabhu, when came here, he told that, say suppose one father have two sons. One son is very intelligent and the other son is got all bad habits and he is not in good direction. Father always thinks about him what to do. But somehow the other son intervened to the son who got like not in the proper direction. If we can teach him what is the importance of the life and make him put in direction, father will be very much pleased. Like that, in the similar act, when we give the book, if someone, if he is not reading him, if he is keeping that book in his house and someone visiting and someone else, friends, or after a few years, he himself might be reading, then he will come nearer to the Krishna. Then Krishna will be happy because we have given this knowledge. He is coming near to me. So how he can start thinking, how can I favor him? So we can get the favor from Krishna by distributing this knowledge, by bringing other upcoming devotees near to the Krishna. Vaisheshika Prabhu says that here, devotee, non-devotee. There is no devotee, non-devotee. Devotee, upcoming devotee. Some or the other life, he has to come near to the Krishna. That is the only process. There is no other ways. So he uses that word. So we can say that. So whenever upcoming devotee we are bringing near to Krishna, he will be very happy. Krishna will be very happy. So we are getting a very good opportunity to distribute the Bhagavatams. September 18 is Bhadra Purnima. On this, Bhagavatam mentioned that, I'll tell you the verse, 12.13.13. Okay? In the full moon day of the month of Bhadra, one places Srimad Bhagavatam on a golden throne and give it as a gift. He will attain the supreme transcendental destination. So whoever giving this literature, why we are putting in golden throne? Because it is a king of literature. Srimad Bhagavatam is a king of literature, right? That's why we need to put in a golden throne. It is not literally we need to do that. If we can do that, it's okay. Good. Otherwise, but the idea is we need to give this literature, Srimad Bhagavatam. If you don't have one, you should accept that. And if you have already one, then you need to each person, each at least distribute one Bhagavatam set, right? Then both parties will be benefited. So whoever not able to distribute, they can sponsor that Bhagavatam set, and temple have a Sankirtan team, book distribution team. They will distribute on behalf of you. So you can do that. In that way, we can get the mercy of Krishna, so that we can take the name of the Krishna. And in this very life, we will far going higher than that. What is the importance of chanting? How we will be situated once we are chanting the holy name? It is, we already discussed it, right? So, te puste, tapas, Shushnur, Anuj, Brahmanus. So, these are all things we are already achieved by chanting the holy name. In order to chant the holy name, we need mercy. In order to get the mercy, we need to distribute books, right? With that, I'm stopping here. Uh, Please forgive me if I misspoke anything. It's purely my um, ignorance. If you have any correction, feedback, any comments, reflections, you can share. Hare Krishna.
Any questions? Devotees in the temple room?
I wanted to ask about like the position of like sensual pleasure in like detachment from sensual objects. So if having attachment to like material objects is wrong, then like let's say someone like just for their own pleasure wants to like eat something tasty or just watch a bit of TV, then like would that be wrong since it is like a material attachment to something?
Yeah, thank you for asking. Wonderful question. So the question is it wrong if we have tasting a good food or watching a TV and all, right? Yeah, I have couple of answers, and if anything, Satsara Prabhu can add. So one thing is we can all spiritualize our activities, right? That is one thing. Whatever we want to eat the tasty food, first we can offer it to Krishna and we can eat it. Then that is not eating, like it is become a prasadam, right? So that is, and watching TV, we can watch so many, we can do that spiritual things also there. Like you can have many good speakers who is telling this knowledge in a very interesting way, right? So you can listen to it. That is one thing. Also many dramas in various Janmashtami festivals and all dramas we can do. And that is one thing, and it is very easier to say than to implement. But if you are still want to see something, it should be in regulated way. Yukta ahara viharasya yukta chetasu karmasu yukta nidravabodhasya. Krishna says yukta ahara viharasya, eating ahara and vihara, going the pleasure trips and all. Yuktahar viharasya, yukta chetas karmasu, whatever do, endeavor, karma, right? In order, we need to work hard to get money. But these are all things needs to be balanced. It should not be overdoing, right? Okay, I'm doing 30 minutes of this or 40 minutes. Ahara, vihara, and nidra, sleeping, and vihara. These are all things needs to be balanced. If we can balance, slowly we will develop the higher taste. Unless and until we just discuss it, right? If a child doing a mischieving activities, what we are doing, first we are giving a good other good engagement, then slowly he will give up the lower engagements. Unless you are giving the higher engagement and you are stopping, it is soul is so active, it won't stop. So first thing is slowly we will give higher engagement, and slowly we will decrease, and automatically we will lose the taste, which are the things not supposed to do. Yes, if you can ask many of the ISKCON devotees how they are giving up lower taste, it is they are not giving up like what you call, they want to forcibly, they are voluntarily giving up, they don't like it, they because they are developing the higher taste. Yes, Prabhu.
Any other questions or comments? online? No? Okay. So we'll conclude here. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for the wonderful class about the importance of Nama Sankirtan and also the how it benefits the conditioned souls. Thank you very much for that. So let's give a big round of applause for Satyarupa Prabhu. So with that, we are moving on to the next part of the agenda, which is Arati and Arati Kirtan. Today, the Arati Kirtan will be sung by Neha Mataji, and our Pujari is Grace Radharas Bihari Prabhu. You can go.
Jai. Jai.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. बोलिए Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. बोलिए Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare बोलिए हरे
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Circle.
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. बोलिए
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, kahiye.
Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam.
Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, kahiye. Radhe
Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam.
के राम चाहे विधि रहिए, के राम चाहे विधि रहिए। राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम कहिए।
राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम।
के राम चाहे विधि रहिए।
राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम।
राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम कहिए।
राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम।
राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम कहिए।
राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम।
बोलो कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की
जय।
गौरताई की
जय।
श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय। Everybody please bow down to the deities. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगामयी यमुनामयी की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। बृहत मृदंगा की जय। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada की जय।
नमस्ते नरसिंहाया
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय।
नमस्ते नमस्ते नरसिंहाया
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय।
प्रलाला प्रलालाददायिने प्रलालाददायिने हिरण्याकाशीपूर्वक्षः
हिरण्याकाशीपूर्वक्षः
काशीपूर्वक्षः
हिरण्याकाशीपूर्वक्षः
शिलटङ्कानकाल्याय
शिलटङ्कानकालये
शिलटङ्कानकाल्याय
शिलटङ्कानकालये
इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह
इतो नरसिंह Parato Narasimha.
Ito Narasimha, Parato Narasimha.
Ito Narasimha, Parato Narasimha.
Yato yato yami tato 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 Narasimha.
Bahe Narasimha, Hridaye Narasimha.
Hare Narasimha, Hridaye Narasimha.
Bahe Hridaye Narasimha.
Hare Narasimha, Hridaye Narasimha.
Narasimhadim Sharanam Prapade.
Narasimha Madin Sharanam Prapade.
Tava Kara Kamal Vare Rakha Madhuda Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubinga Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Boliye
Kara Kamala Vare Naka Adhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadrita Narahari Roka Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare
Jaya Narsingh Jaya Narsingh Jaya Narsingh Jaya Narsingh Jaya Prahlad Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Guru Deva 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 Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Hari Bol
Hari Bol
Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Hari Bol
बोलिए नरसिम्हा भगवान की
नरसिंह देव भगवान की
प्रहलाद महाराज की
जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद की
Thank you, Radha Rasbi Hari Prabhu, for today's Pujari service. Thank you, Neha Mataji. That's a wonderful Arati Kirtan and Narasimha Arati.